Yes. Okay. I'm Ruth Oniang'o. I'm out here in Nairobi, Kenya, and I really want to thank SANTELMO for the foundation for organizing for us to do these videos during this time of the COVID-19, very unprecedented time. But let me take this opportunity to send greetings and best wishes to friends of SANTELMO, to people we know, some of the people I know, others I may not know, but we are connecting from wherever we are. And we just have to wish each other well. You know, the messaging right now is wash your hands many times a day with soap and detergent, sanitize as much as you can, keep social distancing, you know, and stay at home. That's the message. So even from where I'm sitting, an African country, which has not had as many cases as a European country, we are using the same messaging. Our population is over 60% rural, and very few people who are in formal employment. And so closing down, applying the same measures, stay at home has meant that many people have lost their jobs. Many people live on hand to mouth. They have lost their livelihoods. Many young people who work in towns in construction cannot even remit resources to their parents way out in the rural areas. The farming communities, this is the planting time in Kenya. Farming communities have had a hard time just getting inputs to plant. At the same time in Kenya, unfortunately, we have a lot of rain, killer floods, mudslides, people dying, animals dying, crops being washed away, and people are just crying, saying, we need food. Hunger is going to kill us. The floods are going to kill us even before the corona. Many of them have not even been touched by the corona way out in the rural areas. They say, you know, this hunger, lack of food, lack of essential support is going to kill us before we even get to know about corona. And so this is a very, very unfortunate situation. In East Africa as well, we're having locusts. Locusts, they come, swarms of them. We are told they are coming from Yemen. They were here in March. They are coming in May. They'll be here in June, July. They eat anything green in their pathway. Anything green. They destroy crops. And again, that is another cause of hunger and fall armyworm. So unfortunately, when we have these kinds of situations, we appeal to our friends, you know, from the developed world, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from China, to bring in food aid, to help. But now the situation is much worse, and thus those same countries do not have the resources to help us out. They're having to deal with their own economic downturn. They're dealing with their own major challenges with unemployment amongst the populations. And we can't look up to them to help us in Africa. So from where I'm sitting right now, I'm feeling it because I'm always out to see how people can feed better, how people can have better lives, and I'm feeling helpless. Yeah, our government has launched a call for support, and they are getting a lot, but the need is too much. You know, even when we have social support system, it goes to people with disability, it goes to old people, and right now it has to go way, way beyond, because all of a sudden, people don't have jobs. All of a sudden, people don't have anything to eat. Even when you tell them wash with the soap, they tell you they can't even afford the soap. So the government is at least providing water where there hasn't been water. They are providing soap to help with the washing of hands. But how do you tell people, a family, 8 of them in one room, how do you tell them to social distance? How do they manage when the husband can no longer go to work? Sitting in a house with no food. Those are the challenges. And I feel like, especially at my age, I've worked on all these issues over the years, that everything we had gained has just gone down the drain. Everything we have gained has just gone down the drain. But we remain hopeful. As Kenyans, we are a praying people. As Africans, we are always praying to God. You know, we've had many challenges in the past. Nothing like this in my lifetime. It's the worst I've seen. And we keep hoping things will get better. But the reality is that we know people are dying, increased violence, you know, people losing everything they have ever worked for, a lot of distress, and we can only hope that this comes to pass later. My office, we are working from home. We had some projects lined up. Funds have not been released because even the donors are saying, we don't know what lies ahead. We need to do this work in the field with the farmers. We cannot reach the farmers. What do we do? So we're trying to figure out the best way to work. And then at the personal level, I'm just appealing to my own friends. Even when they don't have anything, I tell them, just let's collect, even if it's $2. You know, we can provide some bread for a family, you know, some staple food for a family which is in dire need, some old people who have no one to even get food to them, so that we are also doing something. We don't have much, but, you know, even as Christians, we say, even when we don't have much, somebody else has much, much less. So let us do whatever we can to try and survive and make other people to survive and see ourselves to the end of this scourge right now. So this is a situation we're in, and I know the rest of the African countries are doing the same. And our own country, Kenya, is trying very, very hard. But the reality is that we are in a bad situation. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. Yeah. And it is a sad situation. Children are at home from school. Schools are closed. So children are at home. And we are telling parents to teach their children. Many of these parents are not able to teach their children. And also because children are at home, they want to eat more. And there is no food at home for the children to eat. So it's just unprecedented. Yeah, so at my age now, I need to stay in the house. But I put on the mask. I come out occasionally, and I normally say at my age, if the corona doesn't kill me, something else will kill me anyway. So let me see what I can do to help someone else. So my job really is just to inform, because I can take information and actually try to make sense of it and share it with those who are, you know, looking up to me, to tell them what is going on and to encourage them, to give them comfort, you know, and pack the information and share it. At the same time, I also reach out even to the government with some advice on food, nutrition, exercise during this time. People are on lockdown, what advice they should give. And at the same time, I'm trying to reach out to those who are really, really in dire need and who approach me, even those who don't approach me, and they say, we are desperate. We have nothing to eat today. And I cannot imagine children going hungry. Children going hungry. We had a case, and I'll finish with this one. We had a case of a woman who was seen boiling stones in a pot with children, 5 children around her, because she wanted the children to believe she's cooking food. But she didn't have food. She had stones in a pot. So when that was highlighted in the media, you know, the governor of the area reached out to her. She ended up losing her youngest baby, who is 5 months old. But at least they reached out to her and they were able to support her. So many people are in dire situation, and you can't do that for everyone. But how can you? Maybe the silver lining is that as a country, we can learn better governance. We can, be less greedy. We can be less corrupt. We can have more equity, and we can share more what we have. And especially making sure people get the social support and basic services. We have people with disability, like have people with disability whom I've always assisted. They are crying out now. It's even much worse for them. So this is really a difficult situation for me. And I'm not even sure I'll ever fly again. I'm not going to fly again. It's like I want to leave Nairobi, go to the rural areas and just try to see how I can help out, and just call out to friends and say, if you have anything, just know that if you send it to me, it will reach those who truly need it, and they'll be forever grateful. But thank you so much. I've seen some of the other videos and especially the one from Peter. I didn't know he had corona. I felt so bad. I cried. I cried. 2 weeks in intensive care unit and 3 weeks rehabilitation. And he looks normal. He looks like he has recovered. He told me he was going helicopter riding. But please, each and every one of us here, try to stay safe, and God willing, all this will come to pass. Thank you. Yeah.